What's up, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day today. Since it's the holiday season, today we're talking about the gift that keeps on giving. That's right, ladies and gents, motherfucking Chris Chan is back. Now, this is bad for multiple reasons, but the worst reason being that he is most likely living with his mother again. If you don't know who Chris Chan is, consider yourself lucky. If you're interested, however, I'll link Geno Samuel's documentary down below, as I don't have the time to get into the Bible that is Chris Chan lore, but just know he is quite the character. If you're not familiar with the more recent events, Chris Chan, did his own mom back in 2021 and has been in jail since, and rightfully so. Well, his case got dismissed earlier this year by the state of Virginia and has since returned home. And after a couple of months, Chris has made his triumphant return to the internet so he can make himself look even worse. And apparently it didn't take very long for him to do that, as he uploaded a video that we're going to be taking a look at today called Setting the Record Straight. There never was any sex involving me in 2021. Now already, the title alone is alarming. Not only is it contradictory to what he has previously stated regarding the situation, but he has the audacity to claim he was found innocent because his case got dismissed. I want to state that I am in no way excusing Bella of what she's done to Chris or siding with her, as she allegedly wanted to torment Chris to the point where he'd take his own life. I don't think Chris is innocent, he's pretty far from it in my eyes, but that also doesn't warrant what Bella has done to him. Obviously I have a lot more to say, but why don't we just get into it and hear what Chris has to say for himself.
Hey everyone, this is Christory, wasnt terrorizing Prime here. And right now I'm going to set the record straight. So just so y'all know, straightforward and blunt, to the point. The reason I went to jail, the charge I was charged with, I was innocent. There never, ever, 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 ever was any sex between Barbara and I, period. I was innocent.
That's not what the receipts say, Chris. According to your own wiki, you have confirmed these specific screenshots. And there are other people who have previously stated that you have always seemed a little too close to your mother and even admitted to having dreams of having sexual relations with her. If I'm not mistaken, you admitted to this exact crime on multiple occasions. You also claim you're the Jesus H. Christ incarnate, which tells me everything I need to know. This is also the only time he remotely mentions this, by the way. He doesn't provide any more context to anything, doesn't try to dismantle any of the evidence that was shown, he doesn't even try to defend himself. His source is, trust me guys, I was set free, so I have to be innocent, right?
I have a few bullet points to go through anyway. Where did we go to end up here? So obviously we got all the haters and fakers and the toxic sinners that tried to manipulate me and so much. That was a mess of good grief right there. Why did y'all have to do that? You all really erroneously misunderstood me, period. And that was a whole mess up. Even y'all with your freaking smut fictions. I know some of you out of the minority that are the worst. Out of the majority being actually good. Okay? You out of the minority. You've written those smut fictions. You shipped me with Barbara. You shipped me with that Snorlax.
Now, I don't blame you guys if you couldn't understand what Chris was trying to say here. I myself couldn't really understand what he was trying to say, but I watched the clip back a few times, and it sounds like to me that Chris is trying to blame trolls and haters for supposedly coercing him into having sex with his mom, or something along those lines, which, if I'm correct, is not right at all. You did this of your own volition, Chris. No one who knew, including Bella, discouraged you from it, but you made that choice yourself. You chose to engage in relations with your mom. There wasn't, as far as I know, outside influence by trolls. But then again, you're Chris Chan. You never learn from anything you do wrong, so I don't know what I expected.
And Barbara was definitely not the perfect mother with me. It was not the perfect mother-daughter relationship there, period. Growing up, there was the times of abuse, even though there was the love and caring in there and throughout. But that was a whole different kettle of fish right there.
Wait, so are you saying that your mom wasn't the best mother? Even after she coddled you to the ends of the earth and enabled your shitty behavior? Oh my god, I never expected you to spit a fact in your entire fucking life, Chris. Now, the only part I'm confused on is the abuse part you mentioned. You could be referring to the years of childhood neglect that you suffered from your mother, but If there's any other abuse that you could be talking about, I feel like that's something we would know about since, you're the most documented person on the internet and possibly in history. That's just something I feel like we know about, but there's probably some other unrelated stuff we don't know either, so I guess you're doing yourself a solid by not sharing that shit casually on the internet. Still, though, it doesn't excuse what you did to your mother.
But yeah, the bullying, the terrorizing, and all that, they really fucked me up. I feel so... Just enough said right there. But hey, you're never gonna make me commit suicide, period. And that was the intention that Bella had in all her chopped and screwed up recordings with all the attention and manipulating me into that. But hey, I foreknew she was gonna do that. I tested her. At the time, I treated her like, just as a friend, to try to get her to be on the good side. But obviously she failed. Just like I foreknew the relationship between Dylan and Taylor, that was not going to last. He abused her. I gave her support on that live stream when I went on there. Just support and kindness, because I appreciated her as an artist and an individual, which was more than I could say for Dylan at the time.
So a couple of things. Firstly, Chris, you're right. Bella terrorizing you to the point of suicide is really fucked up, and we can all see that it definitely took a toll on you. And while I'm not excusing what Bella did to you, I don't think that excuses you from what you did to your mother either. But at the same time, I feel like there was no way you could have known what her intentions were. It's been shown in the past that you're oblivious to the most obvious things, and you seem to fall for every trap that's laid out for you, so I really have a hard time believing you when you say you knew what her intentions were.
But yeah, Bella was going to actually record me and Fifi having done something at the hotel had I actually made it to BabsCon. But fortunately, that didn't quite happen. She, one way or another, she would have got me into jail or tried to get me to commit suicide on the whole different day. But hey, she failed. She didn't do that. I took the initiative in my own hands, so... I let divine intervention and timing and everything just let me go to jail, spend my time suffering and spending the time for your sins, you fucking toxic ones.
Now, like I just said, what Bella did to you is wrong. I don't think anyone is gonna deny that, but you can't blame your haters or trolls for the consequences of your own actions. That's not how this works. I knew you had a poor grasp on reality, but I didn't know it was this bad. Holy shit.
And I meditated and learned everything. I am Jesus Christ reincarnated. I am the one avatar of all existence. And I'm going to see that there is nothing but good and righteousness and light-powered individuals and encouraging all the neutrals to be good. Period. Just like I'm trying to do in this video and statement right now, setting the record straight.
This is what I meant by I can see how Bella terrorizing you took a toll on you. You are the furthest thing from Jesus. You can't influence people's decisions or coerce them into not committing sins because you're just another person. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember any mention of Jesus doing Mary in the New Testament. There's obviously a lot more that separates you from Jesus, but I think that one example speaks for itself.
But I was proven innocent. And they couldn't place me anywhere, which is why they kept me in jail for so long, because they didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know what to do with somebody was freaking autistic that you weren't putting your words in. Ish. They didn't know what to do. They just kept me in jail. They didn't know where to place me. But fortunately, they did know where to place me eventually, so that happened. I'm safe and doing better, okay?
I'm pretty sure they kept you for so long because from what I heard, and any Christorians out there, let me know if I'm wrong, but they were awaiting legal proceedings and even sent you to a mental institution because they found you incompetent to stand trial. You were later transferred back to jail and deemed competent to stand on trial. And then your case kept getting pushed further and further until they said fuck it and released you. The legal system has failed us once again.
But I did nothing wrong, and only the certain individuals online, they had wrongfully manipulated and controlled me and my own narrative, but no more. I take control of my own narrative from now on, not you. Not you lot of haters and fakers.
So if you're so innocent, Chris, why not try and disprove any of the allegations? What do you have to say about the call and the screenshots you supposedly confirmed? What about the times you admitted to doing this several times? What do you have to say about all of that? Do you just retract all statements? You can't just Thanos snap your fingers and pretend none of this ever happened. You have to provide more context, Chris. This is far from helping your case.
I am a much better individual than that. Y'all should have known better of me than that. That is enough with the mislabelings and the misconceptions. That's enough.
Dude, like I said, you have confirmed this incident happened. You can't just retract all statements, you have to provide context. But I know you won't do that since you never learned from fucking anything.
And the whole lot of the set's commentary was me being misled by the suggestion of those individuals, especially those theoretical exes of mine. And I was proven innocent by court of law and released. Simple as that.
It's been proven already that you have a poor grasp on reality since you think you are the Jesus H. Christ incarnate, so I won't even comment on the law part since we can all tell you're guilty. And again, Chris, misled how? How was the narrative of you doing your mom misled? Oh, I know. It fucking wasn't. You don't have a fucking answer.
And also, just putting this out there, just do not be an ableist. I mean, those of you neurotypical, thinking you're able, whatever, there is at least one thing that is totally disabled about you, period. So do not hate others for things that you are yourself, period. There is no need to hate on anyone, or even yourself. A flaw is a flaw, a blessing is a blessing, and a flaw can be a blessing in disguise. So you meditate on that, and stop hating for such a flaw.
What I feel like he's saying here is don't project how you feel about yourself onto others, which, for the context of this video, is completely unnecessary, but it's Chris Chan. I'm not expecting a well-constructed video.
And I am a living, breathing individual, and I am not to be objectified in any way anymore.
Trust me, man, no one is doing that. Unless they're mentally fucked up, no one is doing that. I think you're safe, man. But yeah, in that, Bella was the real sets criminal in that. She really wanted to try to get me in something. She's the real criminal. Fucking bitch! Calling her out! Call her out! Isabella Jenkins. She's the real sets criminal, period. She did a whole mess of adulteration and manipulation and things in her own words and attitude and insinuations and everything. Now, I don't know the full story with Bella, and I'm not going to pretend like I do, but like I said earlier, she should not be excused for what she did to you, Chris. However, that doesn't excuse you from doing what you did either. I don't know what other stuff Bella has done. I don't know if she's ever committed a sex crime before, so I don't want to accuse her of that. But Chris, you're the criminal here, and you have confessed to it. I don't think you know what these words even mean at this point.
Okay? But to end this on a more positive note, so the girl y'all had seen me with in the past few weeks, I'll tell you a little something about her. She's a friend of mine, and I refer to her only as Flutter, because she likes Fluttershy, okay? I met her in Lynchburg. She got in touch with me while I was in jail. And we managed to meet. We managed to bond and connect with each other as friends. And she is literally 30 years old despite her physicality.
Lord help us, Chris has another quote-unquote sweetheart. Now, while I don't want to be super disrespectful, I just have to be honest, and that's that I don't feel like this is genuine. I feel like this is yet another relationship forged by trolls, and if true, it would further prove my point that you fall for every trap laid out for you. But I could always be wrong. However, I'd believe her word before yours, Chris.
But anyway, just pretty much straightforward right there, letting you know about that. And I just felt like I just needed to say all that, clear the air. There is nothing wrong with being associated with me, period. I am sick and tired of being blocked by anyone, including and especially by those of whom I appreciate. And I do have friends that do have great appreciation of me, which more than I can say than some. I mean, you all, even Megan Schroeder, had your chance to actually be kind and compassionate and friends with me for a longer run. Because that's enough said right there. I just felt like I need to get that off. Otherwise I might have had a sleepless night. Thank you.
Straightforward as anything but what that video was. Chris, you're an internet legend, and you still have yet to figure out how to properly make videos online. I don't know if you're just so unwilling to put in any effort or what, but goddamn, dude, it's not hard to learn. As for people leaving you after hearing about what you did, I can't say I blame them. After how creepy you've behaved around the few women you were allowed to be around and how you managed to shock everyone, I wouldn't want to be associated with your ass either. There's a reason Megan cut you off, and I do not blame her either. You even said yourself the drawing was to repress your urges to commit sexual assault. And after learning about how you acted around her, I can't believe you have the audacity to cry victim. No one is gonna forgive you for this one, Chris. All I really have to say is grow the fuck up, man. Anyways, that's gonna do it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Until then, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. Much love, and I'll see you guys in the next one.